Welcome, amazing one. Let's solve this beautiful geometry puzzle together. Now we are given, this is a square. You notice that each side is 6 units, and inscribed inside this square are two unequal half circles. You can see these are two unequal half circles, and you notice that the two circles are touching each other at this point, the circumference. And the question is asking us, calculate the area of the shaded part. So we want to get the area of these two shaded unequal half circles. How do we do that? Don't worry, I'm going to take you through that step by step. Just remember that for each time you want, so let's take this part off. For each time you are working on half circles, just remember that area of a half circle is always given as area of a full circle, which is always pi r squared. Then you divide it by 2. This gives you the area of a half circle. Now, since these are two unequal half circles, you observe that the radius are not going to be the same. So in that case, we are going to have it that the area of the shaded is going to be the area of this half circle, the big one. So it's going to be pi. Let's use capital R for the big half circle. So it's going to be pi r squared divided by 2. Then add it to the area of the small half circle. So we have plus pi. Now let's use capital R for this. So we have r squared divided by 2. Now if we can get these two, add them together, it gives us the area of the shaded part. Now how do we do this? What we need to get is, we need to identify the radius or the radii of these two half circles. Now, let's do that one at a time. Let's start with the big half circle. Now, to get this, to get the radius of the big half circle, remember that this is a square. And for every square, all sides are equal. It means that if here is 6, here is 6, automatically from this end to this end is also 6 units. Remember that this is the diameter of the half circle, this one. And if this is the diameter, we can get the center. So the center is somewhere here. And if this becomes the center, it means that from here down to this place becomes the radius of this big half circle. And it means that for us to get this radius, this side to this side are equal. So we need to divide 6 by 2. If you do that, it means that here is going to give us 3, and this place is also 3. So that when you add them together, it gives you back 6. So it means you have gotten the radius of the big half circle. Now let's calculate the area of this. So area of the big half circle is going to be, so we're going to have pi, our radius is 3, so we have 3 squared, then divided by 2. So if you simplify that, it's going to give us, this times this is 9, so we have 9 pi divided by 2. So this gives us the area of the big half circle. Let's keep it aside and then get the area of the small half circle. Now, how do we get the radius? We know too well that this is the center, and the line from the center touching any part of the circumference gives you the radius. It means we are free to generate as many radii as possible. It means also that from here down to this place is also the radius. So here to here is also my r. So we're using small r for it. We can also generate more. We can move from here down to this place. It gives you radius. But there is this special radius we are targeting, and that is this one that has this. So we can get it from here. So let's draw this. Let's make our line. So from here down to this place gives us our radius, which is r. Now, having noted that, remember also that the whole length here is 6 units. So if the whole length is 6, from here to here is already r. It means that the remaining part is going to be 6 minus r. So here is going to give us 6 minus r. Now, what other information do we need? Go back to the big half circle. Remember, from here to here is your radius. From here to here is your radius. You are also free to get another radii as possible. We have this special radius also, and that is the one that has connection with this point. So we can generate it. So let's move it from here down to the center. So this is our radius. And remember, from here to here is 3. Automatically, from here to this end is also 3 units. So what did you observe? You observed that this has formed a straight line. So let's join it together. This is what we have. So we have a straight line there. So this is our straight line. Remember also it's a straight line because if you draw a line from here as a tangent, remember that for each time you have a circle drawn and a line touches the circumference, we call this line the tangent line. And if there is a line from the center touching this tangent, we always say it makes angle 90. We call it the tangent and the radius theorem. Now, if we can draw this line and call this line the tangent, you see that this makes angle 90 here. And it also makes another angle 90. So it means that the total angle is 180, which is the sum of angle of a straight line. So automatically, this line is a straight line. Now, what did you observe? Remember that this is your square. It makes angle 90 at this point. And with this, we have been able to form a right triangle. Did you see? We have been able to form a right triangle. Let's bring out this shape and see if it helps us in finding the radius of the small half circle. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you very much for choosing to learn to us. And if you are still new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for the more tips you get from us. Make sure notification bell is on because we have updates for you every day. And if you love what we do, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and also share. So let's bring out this shape to have. So this is what we have. From here to here measures 3 units. Then from here to this end measures 6 minus r. And then from here to here is r. From here to here is 3. So the total length is going to be r plus 3. Now remember that each time you work with the size of a right angle triangle, always remember to make use of your Pythagorean theorem. So by Pythagorean theorem, we have it that the longest side, which is the side opposite to where angle 90 is made, so this side, square it, it should be equal to the square of the two tails summed. So we square this and then square this. So let's simplify. This giving us, if it's to simplify this, just remember for every a plus b squared, it's always a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So if you apply this formula, this algebraic identity here, it gives us r squared plus 2 times r times 3 plus 3 squared is equal to 3 squared plus, apply it. For this one, you have a minus b squared will give you a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So if you apply this identity also, we are going to have 6 squared minus 2 times 6 times r plus r squared. Simplify, we have r squared, multiply this, it gives us 6r, 3 squared is 9, this will give us 9 plus, this gives us 36, multiply this, you have negative 12r plus r squared. We keep simplifying, so we have to subtract r squared from both sides. We can also subtract 9 from both sides. So we simplify, this cancels, this will take off. Then we are left with, let's take it. We now have 6r is equal to 36 minus 12r. So let's add 12r to both sides. If you add 12r here, this is going to give us 18r. This will subtract, we have 36. To get r, divide by the coefficient. This cancels, so we are having the radius is, divide this, it gives us 2. So the radius of the small half circle is 2. In that case, it means that the area will now be pi multiplied by 2 squared, then divide by 2. So if you simplify, this gives us 4 pi divided by 2. So this gives us the area of the small half circle. Now let's bring them together to get the total area. To do that, we recall we said area of the big half circle gave us 9 pi divided by 2, and the area of the small one gave us 4 pi divided by 2. Then the area of the two shaded, so area of shaded will give us 9 pi divided by 2 plus 4 pi divided by 2. So if you add this together, it gives us 13 pi divided by 2. So this gives us the area of the shaded part. You can also leave it in decimals. To do that, just cue this in the calculator. And if you do that, divide your result by 2, it gives us approximately 20.4204. So this is also the area, and this is measured in squared units. And I hope you really learned something. If you did, don't forget to give us thumbs up, share with your friends. I'll also be curious to see your own method. Thank you for always choosing to learn through us. I hope to see you in my next video. Do have a lovely day. Bye.